Unknown facts about the classic Pokemon games. Let's go. In Pokemon Yellow, we all know that Pikachu can display various emotions according to its happiness level. However, there are many emotions that Pikachu can display that many people just haven't seen. For example, in the game, Pikachu's friendship level is indicated by a number from 0 to 255. When Pikachu's friendship level is between 0 and 50, Pikachu appears to be gearing up to shock the player. At a friendship level between 51 and 100, Pikachu can completely turn its back on the player. If you talk to Pikachu right after you've caught a Pokemon, he'll give you a little thumbs up. If you talk to Pikachu right after using a fishing rod, Pikachu will appear with a bucket on its head.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Attempting to evolve Pikachu with a Thunderstone and talking to it right after, Pikachu will express its displeasement with the idea. Teaching Pikachu Thunder or Thunderbolt and talking to it right after, Pikachu will conduct a stunning display of electricity. Talking to Pikachu inside the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town will cause it to shiver. In Gen 2, Twin Needle is the only move that is capable of poisoning a steel type.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
In Generation 1, the first time you talk to the nurse in the Pokemon Center, she'll say the message, "Shall we heal your Pokemon?" This is the only time in the game she will ever say this, and she will never do it again. Remember this frustrating puzzle in Gen 1? You know, the puzzle where you have to turn on a switch in one of the cans, and then the second switch is supposed to be adjacent to the first one. Well, in Pokemon Red and Blue's Vermilion City Gym, there is at least a 1 in 4 chance that the second switch is on the top left can in the gym, no matter where the first one was. In both Gens 1 and 2, Fire Spin is the only fire type move that cannot thaw a frozen target. This is because the ability to be able to thaw a frozen Pokemon corresponds more with whether that move is capable of inflicting a burn rather than just fire moves in general. In Pokemon Crystal, if you level up a Pokemon in the place you originally caught it, it will increase its friendship level twice as much as doing it in any other place. In fact, an NPC references this game mechanic on Route 39, saying that the Meowth that she caught there appeared to be more friendly towards her when training there than anywhere else. In Pokemon Crystal, the color of the back sprite in the catching tutorial changes depending on the gender of the player character. In reality, it's just using the colors of the player's back sprite. In Generation 1, the move Substitute was pretty broken. First of all, if you use Substitute if you had exactly 25% of your HP left, you will KO yourself. If a Pokemon causes a Substitute to faint using a Hyper Beam, this will skip the recharge turn. This also happens if you cause a Pokemon to faint using Hyper Beam normally. You don't have to recharge after.
Double kill!
If a Pokemon destroys a sub using Self-Destruct or Explosion, they don't faint from using it.
What?
And the most ridiculous thing is that if both Pokemon have a Substitute up and one of the Substitutes hits itself in confusion, you will take no damage and instead it will be transferred on the opposing Substitute. In both Gens 1 and 2, an NPC using a stat-lowering move has a 1 in 4 chance to fail regardless of its accuracy, such as in Gen 2 as the moves Spore and Toxic, even though having a 100% chance of working when you use the move, still has a 1 in 4 chance of failing if used by the AI. In Generation 1, the Helix Fossil sprite is the only party Pokemon sprite that is not vertically symmetrical. In the Gold Silver Crystal games, during the bug catching contest, the thick tall grass has twice the encounter rate as the regular tall grass. 40% in the thick tall grass versus 20% in the regular tall grass. In the Red, Blue, and Yellow games, non-static NPCs will always move when first being visible to the player. In Pokemon Crystal, Copycat will have the same color sprite as the player, even when she's not mimicking them. Using agility in Gen 1 negates the speed loss caused by paralysis. And by negate the speed loss, I mean totally ignore it. It would give you back the speed that you normally had before being paralyzed, and then double that.
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.
Struggle is a normal type move in Gen 1, so if you're stuck using it against a ghost type Pokemon, you're screwed. In Gen 1, if you were to use the move Fly, and you would either hit yourself in confusion or be fully paralyzed during the flight phase, you will become invincible. Forever. Your opponent can no longer hit you. Unless they use Swift, you switch out, or you attempt using Fly again. In Red, Blue, and Yellow, even though the Soda Pop and Lemonade cost 300 and 350 Pokédollars, due to a programming error, you can actually just buy them both for 200 Pokédollars. In the original Red and Blue games, in the intro, the trainer's Pokeball only bounces when there is a starter Pokemon on the screen. Did you learn something new from this video? Comment down below if you want me to continue this. Anyways, thanks for watching.